Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. So, this is another fuck you TikTok video. So, there's a gentleman who does, he's a Ramsey Petty, does kind of a comedy stake on MAGA versus normal people's reactions. He plays both parts. Right on point. A lot of stuff is on point. But on one of his last videos, he talks about the MAGA persona saying, why you call him stupid. And then he was just going from there. So I'm going to back up real quick. Dietrich Bonhoeffer was a German philosopher, Lutheran pastor during the time of you know who, during that time in Germany when everything starting to look like we are right now. He knew what was coming. He tried to convince all his friends and everything with logic and everything why, the coming government was going to be horrid. And no one listened to him because they keep giving him back, the propaganda and everything that they were saying, and he couldn't get through. Well, he was picked up and arrested for speaking his mind. And while he was in prison, he came up with the concept that stupid people are more of a threat than evil. Point being, evil has somewhat of a conscience. It knows what it's doing is wrong. But stupid people have given up the right for critical thinking. He was saying that stupid doesn't mean you're not intelligent. It means that you have given up and given into whatever groupthink is going on at the time. He was saying that it's a social problem, not an intellectual problem. And that people who are stupid will do anything for the authorities that are using them because all they hear is the propaganda and the slogans. And you can't talk to a stupid person. You cannot save them from themselves with logic. They have to be liberated. In other words, the authorities who are using those people for power has to be removed before they can be released from that propaganda and see the light. And the point being is that I had said that in a comment to his video, that stupid people have given up their way of critical thinking, that stupid people are more dangerous. Stupidity is more dangerous than malice. TikTok flagged it and dumped it and give me another strike. This is what we're dealing with. That's just a quoting from a philosopher who lived the era that I'm talking about. And here we are. This app, if you make a comment, they deem anti-Trump or anti-whatever, you get burned. And I'm laying this out. You can go look that up for Dietrich Bonhoeffer. And there's a video on YouTube I want you to go watch, look up his name, and listen to his words, because it's exactly what we're dealing with right now. He made a good comment, is that a stupid person can be intelligent, but an empathetic and can be very intelligent, supposedly. But someone who cares about what's going on, intelligence doesn't mean you're wise. It's about empathy and a lack of moral courage to buck the system. Hence, you see the Republicans buying into it because they're afraid. They're afraid to think differently. It is stupidity, as we're dealing right now. It's not an intellectual thing. It's a morality choice. You all have chosen to listen to the propaganda. You all are dedicated to it. And the only way you will get away from it is when you're liberated from it. Either by that government going away, the Trump regime finally failing, or things getting so bad for you, you just finally realized you made an error. But until you make that decision, it's like any kind of drug addict. They have to hit rock bottom before they change. And that's coming for you guys in about 2 weeks for all of us. And we're going to pay the price too with you. But again, TikTok, that was just intellectual thinking, in quoting an intellectual who had lived, philosopher, lived through that time. And you flagged it because that's my quote for you today.